Hey everybody, welcome back to Brainiac Baseball's 1980 Detroit Tigers season replay. Today's matchup is between the Detroit Tigers and the Milwaukee Brewers at Milwaukee County Stadium. On the mound for Detroit is Rick Reuschel, whose record is 6-13 with a 5.19 ERA. And pitching today for the Brewers is Cotton Candiotti, whose record is 1-1 with a 3.31 ERA. And so it's the third game in the four-game series after the All-Star break, and we've won the first two against the Brewers. It was a slugfest in yesterday's game with 14 total runs put on the board, but we came out ahead, and we're heading into the 13th game with Rick Reuschel on the mound. And, with Reuschel, we never know. Is he going to be the good Reuschel or the bad Reuschel? And he's pitching against Cotton Candiotti, who, as you know, was a knuckleballer, but he hadn't learned the knuckleball yet in 1980. In fact, he didn't make it to the majors until 1983, and he didn't learn the knuckleball until 84. So we won't be seeing any knucklers today. Reuschel, as I mentioned, is on the mound. And all of our bullpen is available as it's, right after the All-Star break. So no one is tired, no one has been used up. And we do have a couple lineup changes today. Steve Kemp will be out of the lineup. He's listed as tired, and he was listed as tired before the All-Star break, but I pushed him through to try to get some wins. And now that we've played two games on the other side of the break, Kemp is listed as tired. So we're going to take him out today. We're going to put Bob Baylor in left. It's his first start in left field for us this year. And after giving Fisk the day off yesterday, he'll be in the lineup today. And some of the players are shuffled around, but, the normal players are in there. And so what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and do the lineup rundown. And over here on the right side, you'll see the 1980 Topps baseball card representing that player from that season. And so batting leadoff today and playing second base is Lou Whitaker. And batting second and at shortstop is Alan Trammell. Batting third and at third base is Richie Hebner. Batting cleanup and catching today is Lance Parrish. Batting fifth and in right field is Gary Hancock. Batting sixth and DHing is Carlton Fisk. Batting seventh and at first base is Jason Thompson. Batting eighth and in left field is Bob Baylor. And batting ninth and in center field today is Omar Moreno. And as I mentioned, on the mound for the Brewers is Cotton Candiotti. He's making his third career start for the Brewers. Candiotti, one of the fascinating things is we always know who the first person is when something happens. We never know the second. And Cotton Candiotti was the second ball player to pitch in the major leagues after Tommy John surgery. And so he pitched a couple years with the Brewers, not being very effective. And so he went to the minors. He learned to throw the knuckleball. He came back with the Cleveland Indians and basically made a living off of throwing the knuckler until he was age 41. So a couple other interesting things about Cotton Candiotti. He's actually the second celebrity bowler in the Bowling Hall of Fame, the other being Jerome Bettis. And he played the knuckleballer Hoyt Wilhelm in Billy Crystal's movie 61. So a couple other interesting facts about Candiotti. And let's get the game going here with Sweet Lou Whitaker. And Whitaker strikes out to start the game. So one down for Trammell. There we go. Trammell's going to get a base hit to center field. And we're not going to try to stretch that for a double. The Brewers have Vic Harris in center field today, and taking a look out here defensively, you'll see that he's well below average being 80 in this game. He is a 63, so that is about as bad as you can get defensively. So hopefully we can get some balls that get all the way to the wall out there as Hebner strikes out for the second out. So we're going to have Trammell attempt to steal second base against Charlie Moore, who's a good defensive catcher. And he does steal second base, so a runner in scoring position as Lance Parrish has an 0-1 count against him. And Parrish will ground it to short, and Yount throws him out for the first out, or the third out. And we head to the bottom of the first, and let's take a look at the Brewers lineup. They have a couple different players in the lineup today. But batting leadoff is Randy Reddy, playing second base. I'm sorry, he's DHing today. Batting second and playing third base is Jim Gantner. Batting third and at second base is Paul Molitor. Batting cleanup and in right field is Sixto Lezcano. Batting fifth and in left field is Ben Ogilvy. Batting sixth and at first base today is Dick Davis. Batting seventh and at short is Robin Yount. Batting eighth and catching is Charlie Moore. And batting ninth and in center field is Vic Harris. And here's Rick Reuschel's numbers real quick. He's 2-4 since the trade over to Detroit, with his numbers being slightly better than when he was with the last place Cubbies. He's thrown 2 complete games for us, and it seems like every other start he pitches well or pitches poorly. So we'll see which Reuschel we get today. Randy Reddy leading off the game. And he's going to hit a line drive right at Thompson at first, and that's the first out. 1 down for Jim Gantner. Gantner's going to slice it to left field, and it will be caught by the left fielder, Baylor. It's 2 down. And here's Paul Molitor, Hall of Famer. And he's going to shoot one past Trammell at short for a base hit. So Molitor is at first base with decent speed. And here's Lezcano, who's batting cleanup today. It's usually Gorman Thomas, but he's out with Vic Harris into center field today. And Lezcano lines out to Trammell, and that's the third out. So to the top of the second, Gary Hancock leading off. And Hancock hits a high fly ball into the bleachers in right field, and that's his 13th home run. So now he ties the team lead in home runs with Barry Bonnell, who's on the IL. And that will bring up Carlton Fisk as the Tigers lead 1-0 here in the top of the second. And Fisk is struggling, but he gets a base hit past first baseman Dick Davis. He's only batting .210 for the Tigers since his trade. But he gets the Tigers' third hit of the game. And now Thompson walks. So first and second, nobody out. Here's Bob Baylor. Baylor, speaking of struggling, is 2 for 19 since his trade to the Tigers. And he's going to hit a high fly ball to right field. And we're not going to risk Fisk getting thrown out at third. So 1 down, runners at first and second. Here's Omar Moreno in his third start for Detroit. And he slices it to left field. It gets down for a double. And do we want to send Thompson home? You know what? We're up 2-0. We're going to say yes. He's really slow, though. Here's the drama. He is safe at home. So 2 RBIs for Moreno. That's his third extra base hit in 3 games. 2 doubles and a triple. And the Tigers take the lead 3-0. Runner in scoring position with Moreno with a 96 speed. And we're back to the top of the lineup, and Whitaker is going to get a base hit to left field. Moreno scores easily, and we are going to risk it again with Whitaker shooting for a double here against Ogilvy, and he is safe at second. And another run on the board. It's 4-0. Fifth hit against Candiotti here in the second with only one down. Trammell's coming to the plate. He slices it to right field. It sneaks through the infield for a base hit. Whitaker's got a hold at third. And now it's first and third for Richie Hebner. We're going to hit and run with runners at first and third. Hebner's a good contact hitter. And he does rip it on a line to right. Whitaker is going to go back and tag up. And that's a sac fly for Hebner. And that's another run on the board as we put up a 5 spot. Trammell's at first, 2 down. And here's Big Wheel Lance Parrish. And he goes down swinging. So the inning started off with a home run by Gary Hancock. We batted around. And we put 5 on the board. So Rick Reuschel's in a nice position now to throw strikes. Here's Ben Ogilvy leading off the inning. And Ogilvy is going to ground it to Whitaker at second base. That's 1 out. And here's Dick Davis getting a spot start at first for Cecil Cooper. And Davis is going to get a base hit past Trammell. And runner at first now for Robin Yount. Hall of Famer playing short. He's going to get one past Trammell. So that's a third base hit past Trammell today. So runner at first and second. 1 down. And catcher Charlie Moore comes to the plate. Double play candidate as he rips it past Hebner. And Davis scores from second. Moore coasts into second base. And runners at second and third with 1 out. And here's Vic Harris, who's playing center today for Gorman Thomas. He strikes out looking. So 2 down. As the score is 5-1. And we're back to the top of the lineup with Randy Reddy. And Reddy's going to ground it to Whitaker. And that's a 3rd out. So the Brewers do put a run back on the board. And the score is 5-1. Top of the 3rd, Gary Hancock, who led off the last inning with a home run against Candiotti, is going to hit a high pop fly on the infield. And Yount has it for the 1st out. So 1 down for Fisk, batting only .208 versus righties. And there's the 2nd hit of the game. So he's 2 for 2 today. Maybe he's ready to break out of his season-long slump. So runner first, 1 down, Jason Thompson to the plate. Thompson walked in his first at-bat, and he gets a base hit here past the second baseman, Paul Molitor. And now they're saying a 90% chance of Fisk making it to third with the noodle arm Vic Harris. But yeah, we'll take a risk. We're up 5-1, and he is out at third. So when we had worse percentages, we were safe both times, and this one was practically a gimme. And Fisk is thrown out by third by a backup infielder playing center field. And that's the way it goes in this game sometimes, as Thompson is at first base, and Bob Baylor comes to the plate with 2 down, and he's going to ground it to Yount, and that's the 3rd out. So maybe the tide is turning here. As we head to the bottom of the 3rd, here's Jim Gantner. Gantner's batting .297 versus righties as he grounds it to Hebner. Hebner's throws him out for the 1st out, so 1 down. Here's second baseman Paul Molitor. Molitor's going to get a base hit to center. And runner at first. That's the 5th hit against Reuschel as Lizcano comes to the plate. Lizcano gets a base hit to center. And now it's 1st and 3rd. 1 down. Ben Ogilvy, batting only .228 versus righties. 6 hits against Reuschel as Reuschel strikes out Ogilvy looking. So 2 down. Reuschel's at 52 pitches. Dick Davis comes to the plate. He grounds it to Trammell, and that's the 3rd out. So no damage done as the score remains 5-1 in the top of the 4th. Here's Omar Moreno, who doubled in his first at bat. Strikes out swinging. That's 4 Ks for Candiotti. No surprise that Candiotti's nickname is Cotton Candiotti, if you couldn't put it together on your own. It's the 2nd out as Whitaker flies to center. And that will bring up Trammell, 2 for 2 today. And Trammell's popping it up to the second baseman Molitor. So a 1-2-3 inning for Candiotti. We head to the bottom of the 4th. And Reuschel faces Robin Yount. Yount is going to hit a line drive into the gap in left center field. It's going to be caught by Baylor. 1 down. Charlie Moore to the plate. Charlie Moore is going to hit it into left center field, a little higher than Robin Yount. And that is caught by Baylor. This might be our best possible defensive lineup with Moreno in center, Baylor in left, and Gary Hancock in right. As Vic Harris grounds it to first, and that's the 3rd out. So a 1-2-3 inning for Reuschel. He needed that after putting up so many pitches in the 2nd. And we head to the top of the 5th. Richie Hebner is going to lead off. He's 0 for 2 with a strikeout today. And he takes a walk. So runner at first, nobody down for Parrish. Parrish strikes out swinging. So there's the 1st out. That's going to bring Gary Hancock to the plate with Hebner still at first. He's popping it up to short. Actually, it's into short left field, but it is caught by Yount for the 2nd out. And here's Carlton Fisk, 2 for 2 today. And there he is, 3 for 3, base hit to center field. Hebner holds because Harris has that laser arm out there apparently. So 2 down. Here's JT. Both plate appearances, he's reached base today. And he's going to get his 2nd hit as he gets a base hit through the left side. The runner scores from second. And runners at first and second as the Tigers lead 6-1 now. Here's Bob Baylor. Bob Baylor grounds it to third. And that's the 3rd out. So we go to the bottom of the 5th. And Reuschel's at 65 pitches. Randy Reddy will lead off the inning. And he bloops it over the second baseman's head. Looked like it was going to fall in, but Omar Moreno catches it for the 1st out. So 1 down. Here's Jim Gantner. Gantner's going to walk. So that's the 1st walk for Reuschel today. 1 walk and 2 Ks. Paul Molitor, with 1 down, strikes out. So it's the 2nd out of the inning, 3rd K overall for Reuschel. And here's the cleanup hitter, Sixto Lezcano. Lezcano grounds it to short. And that's the 3rd out of the inning. So now we head to the top of the 6th. We're going to switch the game over to in-game stats. Lots to look at with the Tigers lineup. We have 10 hits today. And Omar Moreno will lead off the top of the 6th inning. He's 1 for 2 with a K today and a double. And there's his 2nd hit, so 11 hits against Candiotti. They're going to keep him in there. And Marino's at first base. We're up 5 runs. I would normally attempt to steal here. But we are 5 runs up in the 6th. And that is that's against the unwritten rules. As Whitaker grounds it to first, and Dick Davis, who's got a 99 defensive rating, that's as good as it gets, commits an error. Moreno remains at second base, so it's 1st and 2nd, nobody out. Alan Trammell comes to the plate. He's 2 for 3, and he's going to pop it up to Molitor. There's one out. They're going to bring in a new pitcher finally. It's Jerry Augustine, who we've seen in the first game of the series. He's 1-0 with a 5.82 ERA. Opponents are batting .329 against him, and he gave up 2 runs in 2 innings when we faced him earlier in the series. So Hebner's a lefty who's only batting .077 versus lefties. But we're going to let him have an opportunity here as he shoots a base hit through the left side. Ooh, I thought Moreno would score on that one, but he holds it third. And that does set up a double play opportunity as Parrish comes to the plate. 12 hits against the Brewers pitchers today. Here's big wheel Lance Parrish, and he is going to bloop it right over Molitor's head. That's going to get down for a base hit. That should score 2. It does, and we're going to send Hebner to third. 90% chance, again, with Vic Harris. But we're going to do it. We're up 8-1, and he is safe. So, first and third, 2 RBIs for Lance Parrish on that play. And here's Gary Hancock, who himself only has 2 hits against lefties. And there's a wild pitch by Augustine. That's going to score the 9th run as Parrish goes to second base. So he's in scoring position for Hancock with 1 down. And there's his 3rd base hit against a lefty. And Parrish scores. And do we want to stretch that to a double? I'm going to say no. It's 10-1. And Hancock's at first. Here's Fisk, who has not been put out this game. He's got 3 hits, and he wears one right into the hip. So Fisk is hit by pitch, runners at first and second. This game is already blown open. And Thompson's looking to tack another 3-run shot on the board. Boom. To dead center field. It's off the wall. Run scores. We are going to send Fisk home as the ball appears to be out of the stadium. There's no way, right? There's no way Harris is going to make that throw. And he doesn't, as Fisk scores a double by Thompson. It's 12-1. Augustine has not got anyone out yet. And he's not helped his own cause with the wild pitch. And he walks Bob Baylor to get to Omar Moreno. So first and second, 1 out. Omar Moreno, who's a lefty, is going to get an infield hit, and the bases are loaded for Sweet Lou. 12-1, 16 hits on the board, and we're going to let Lou swing away. He's 1 for 4 today with an RBI. And he walks in a run. And that's our 7th run on the board. Augustine did not get anyone out as they bring in the hairy one, Dwight Bernard. Bernard's pitched in 17 games. He's 1-2 with a 3.79 ERA. Opponent batting average of .266, and he's 23 walks to 15 strikeouts. So not a great ratio there as Trammell comes to the plate. He's 2 for 4. He's got a stolen base today. And Trammell goes down and gets one. He's got a base hit into left center field. 1 run scores. We're going to attempt to score Moreno. Ben Ogilvy's got a 70 arm. Moreno scores easily. And it's 15-1. And that will bring up Richie Hebner. This is going to be a game where we're going to get some scrubs into this game. After we get through this inning, we'll do some defensive replacements. So Richie Hebner batting .297 overall versus righties. He's 2 for 3 with a home run against Bernard this year. And on a 3-0 count, Hebner is swinging. That ought to get him a fastball to the ear hole. As that's the second out as he pops out to Dick Davis. And with 2 down, here's Lance Parrish. Runners at first and second. And Parrish is going to ground it to Yount, and that should get him out of the inning. So we put 9 runs on the board. That's our biggest inning of the year, to my recollection. And the score is 15-1. We've got 17 hits on the board, and we're going to bring in some defensive replacements. We're going to bring in the scrubs who don't get to play much. So Brookins is going to come in at third for Hebner. And we're going to bring in Mark Wagner for Sweet Lou. We're going to give Lou a break instead of Trammell. And that's good for now. We're going to keep Summers on the bench in case we need something for later. So Reuschel's only at 78 pitches. Here is Ben Ogilvy leading off the bottom of the 6th. He's going to ground it to short. Trammell has it for the first out. So 1 down for Dick Davis, whose error was costly in the 6th inning, as he grounds to Trammell as well. So 2 down. And here's Hall of Famer Robin Yount. And Yount goes down and gets a base hit to center field. That's 7 hits against Reuschel. So 2 down. Charlie Moore comes to the plate, and he's going to get a base hit to left field. So unless Reuschel gets this batter, this will be the last batter for him. As Vic Harris line drives it right at Wagner at second, and that is the 3rd out. So we're going to head to the top of the 7th. Dwight Bernard is still in the game for the Brew Crew. Gary Hancock will lead off the inning with a walk. So none of the Brewers pitchers can throw strikes today. Candiotti was wild, and Augustine could not get a single out, and now Bernard has walked back-to-back Tigers to start off the 7th inning. I want to see a 20-run spot put up as Thompson strikes out swinging. So that's the first out with runners at first and second. Here's Bob Baylor. He's 0 for 3. I think he's the only Tiger that started the game today that does not have a hit, as he sends a rainbow into left center field, and that is the 2nd out. So 2 down. Omar Moreno, who is 3 for 4 with a couple of ribbies, and now he's 4 for 5, as he gets his 2nd infield hit to 3rd. Bases loaded for Mark Wagner. Here's his first plate appearance for today. He's batting .438 versus righties. And he grounds it directly to Molitor at second, and that is the 3rd out. So we're going to let Reuschel pitch to Randy Reddy, and then we'll bring in a reliever. And Reddy gets a base hit to center, so that was my bad. 9 hits against Reuschel. He's at 100 pitches. We're going to take him out. And we're going to bring in Dan Schatzlader. Here's Schatzy's stats. He's made 5 starts this year. He's 7-2 overall with a .450 ERA. Most of those runs given up were in the starting role, as he's been really great in relief. Opponents are betting .269 against him. Oop. And I guess I probably should actually put him into the game. There we go. So there's Schatzy. This is his first game in the 2nd half. And he gets Gantner to hit a high fly ball to dead center field, and it will be caught before the warning track for the 1st out. So 1 down. Here's Paul Molitor, who does have a home run against Schatzlader this year. Molitor grounds it to Trammell at short. They only get the lead runner at second. So 2 down for Sixto Lezcano. Molitor is at first base. And Lezcano grounds it to Trammell, and there's the 3rd out. We head to the top of the 8th. Bernard remains in the game. Despite pitching poorly, he has not given up a run yet. So Trammell leads off the top of the 8th. He's going to hit a fly ball to center field, and Vic Harris has it for the 1st out. Tom Brookins comes for his first at bat, and he walks. So I don't know how many total walks that is for Tigers today, but it's got to be close to 10, I would think. Maybe there's 11 with Parrish walking. And they're going to bring in Lance Rotson. I believe this is his first appearance of the year. I'm wrong. It's his third. Oh, no, this is his first because these are from 1979. So Rotson was a Dodger for 3 years, pitched all in relief, and it seems like most pitchers of this era has more walks than strikeouts. So who knows what to expect here, as he's a lefty facing Hancock, who's got his batting average over 111 now versus lefties. And there's another hit. He cannot be stopped right now. Brookins scores easily from second, and it's first and third. 19 hits on the board. And here's Carlton Fisk, who despite his struggles is 3 for 3 today, and he crushes lefties. And he's going to hit a high fly ball to center field. That will definitely score Parrish. And yes, Fisk gets a sac fly, 17 runs on the board for the Tigers. And Jason Thompson will come to the plate with 2 down. Hancock's at first, and he walks. So first and second. Wow. I mean, this is unbelievable. Where was this when we needed it against the Orioles? Baylor watches a pitch go by. Charlie Moore misses it, and it's a pass ball as runners advance. So 2 runners in scoring position. Baylor batting .362 versus lefties. And he grounds it to third. And Gantner has it for the third out. So another couple runs on the board. It's 17-1. Schatzy is going to stay in the game at least to get Ogilvy out. And Ogilvy grounds it to Wagner at second. That's 1 down. So here is Dick Davis. Davis is 1 for 3 today. He hits a high fly ball to right field. That's gone for a home run. And so Davis hits, how many home runs is that for him on the year? Davis's 4th home run. And still only 1 out. Here's Robin Yount. And Yount grounds it to first. 2 down for Charlie Moore, who's 1 for 1 with a home run against Schatzlader. Whoops, 2 for 2 with 2 home runs. That's a no-doubter, 436 to left center field. And Schatzlader, I typically don't let pitch to righties, but there's no point bringing in another pitcher. As Vic Harris grounds out for the third. Oh no! Actually, Brookins boots it at third, and now we're not gonna let Schatzlader, get lit up, as he's given up 2 long balls in that inning. So we're going to bring in Tom Hume, and he's got pitched 15 games for us so far with a 4.11 ERA. I don't know, he seems to pitch great one game and then he gets lit up in another. So he's got 2 outs already as Randy Reddy comes up. He hits it right back to Hume, and that is the third out. So to the top of the 9th. This game is coming to a close as Omar Moreno leads off. Moreno gets another hit. He's 5 for 6 this game, as he gets a base hit into center field. So Mark Wagner comes up. He walked in his first plate appearance, and now he's got another hit to center field. 21 hits. We're going to send the runner home. Moreno scores easily. An RBI double for Wagner. 18 runs, 21 hits. And Trammell, who's 3 for 6 today with 2 ribbies, is going to ground it to Molitor at second. Wagner advances to third. That's the first out. Here's an opportunity for Brookins to get an RBI with Wagner at third. He's going to get a base hit to right. Wagner will trot home, and we don't need to try to get a double out of that. So 22 hits, and here's a chance for Parrish to put the 20th run on the board. Oh no, he's going to ground into a double play. Yes, he does. So we fall short of putting 20 runs on the board. Not that we needed it. So Hume is going to try to finish this game off with Jim Gantner leading off the bottom of the 9th. Yeah, of course, Gantner's going to get a base hit to center. So So runner at first, Paul Molitor, 2 for 4 today, grounds it to Wagner. Is that 2? It is a double play. And we're down to our final out finally as Lascano comes up. 2 outs. Oh no! He shoots it to right field on a line into the bleachers. And that's the 4th run on the board for the Brew Crew. All 3 of the runs were from home runs. And now Ogilvy gets a base hit into right center field. He's going to stretch it to a double. And just come on, man. Let's end this game. There we go. Wow. 19-4, Tigers win. Our best offensive output of the season by far. And everyone got in on the action. Let's take a look and see if there's any injuries of note. And there is not. So let's pull up this crazy box score. Who's going to be the player of the game? I mean, maybe Moreno, right? He had 5 hits. Let's take a look here and see what happened with the Tigers offense. As always, I appreciate everyone following along. Please like and subscribe if you enjoy this content. It's hard not to enjoy this game. Let's see. Moreno, 5 for 6 with 4 runs, 2 RBIs. Trammell was 3 for 7. Everyone got in on the action. Carlton Fisk, 3 for 3, getting his batting average up to 238. We only had 1 home run, but overall 5 extra base hits. Reuschel gets the easy victory. He's 7-13 now, lowering his ERA to just over 5. And Candiotti did manage to get through 5, but it was Jerry Augustine who gave up 7 runs. Just a brutal pitching performance from him. And actually, almost every Brewer got a hit today other than Vic Harris. So just 36 hits on 23 total runs. So, wow, that was a lot of fun for me. I hope you enjoyed the offensive output. And we'll be back tomorrow with Game 4 in the series. And until then, everyone, have a great night.